Good evening, everyone. Happy Father's Day to all you in England. If it is a thing elsewhere, Cole, happy Father's Day to all out there. Back again, Sunday night. Seems to come around so fast. It's a good thing. I get to see all you guys, which is epic. And I get to tell you all about what I've done throughout the week, what's happened, anything I've learned Volkswagen wise, or any other situation like that. And basically fill you in on what's crack here, and then see if you guys have got any questions, whether it be car related, whether it be YouTube channel related, anything like that. And we go from there. So welcome all. There will be people keep joining as we go in. We are a touch early. I always come in just a tiny bit early just to make sure that everyone can hear and see me if they can. Happy days. If you are new to the live stream, cool, welcome. Let me know in the comments where you're from. It starts at 7 officially. Think of your questions. Get all your questions in there. Save them all up. And I'll answer them. That's basically what it's all about. You basically get to speak to a main dealer technician for an hour on a Sunday. Free of charge. All advice, everything like that is straight from the dealership and tried and tested. I'll never give advice that I wouldn't think could work or anything like that. So here it is. Corporate choice tonight. Superhero dad. Father's Day. It's got to be something dad related. So there we go. Like I say, there will be people joining as we go, and we're not really scheduled to start till 7, so that's when the reminder will go out just before. So just a couple of minutes of making sure everything works. You can see the banners ticking across the bottom, hopefully everything is coming across loud and clear. I've already got a comment from Ken's the Freak saying hello VW man. So evening, buddy. Nice to see your comments. So good evening. If you're just joining, good evening. Hopefully you can see and hear me properly. We do start at 7 o'clock, but we're just making sure that everyone can see and hear me and that we're all ready. So good evening. It is Father's Day here in the UK. So happy Father's Day to all out there. So just a couple of minutes while people join in. And then hopefully when my phone stops pressing buttons. It's always good when it does. Apologies for that. So if you are just joining in, let us know who you are, where you're from, whereabouts in the world you're from. Like I say, we'll get started very, very shortly. A few more people come in. This is exactly what it says on the tin. Technician for Volkswagen for many years. To get me free for an hour. Just in the break of football, if you're from England and you're watching the Euros in this time zone, which is just about 7 o'clock. I think kickoff's at 8 o'clock. I think. Let's correct me if I'm wrong. Good evening, Mike. Nice to see you here, buddy. Don't panic, mate. I'm not going far. But good to have you here, matey. Just waiting for a few more people to come in with your questions. Not had anything yet, but still early doors. Still early doors. Won't really call it sunshine, Mike. It's like teasing. It's not warm at all, and this is probably the first 2 minutes we've had this weekend. Really, it's been crap and wet. I've luckily managed to get outside, as you know, with the vacuum, the wet vac, and get the cars done in sort of the break of the weather, because I want them drying really, sort of as long as we possibly can. So mine did really well. I, as you know, wet vacked it yesterday, got an absolutely incredible amount of dirt off, hence the YouTube video. And luckily they were almost dry today, so there weren't too many wet bums in the car, which is good. So I've done the missus, did it nice and early, so her car should be dry when she takes the boy to the nursery tomorrow and then goes to work herself. So fingers crossed. So both cars are nice and clean on the inside, which at the minute is all that counts, because the outside, there's no point because of the weather. It's the worst thing, mate. The worst thing ever. Clean your car and then bang, there's the rain. And if you've got muck somewhere near your driveway and the rain's really hard on the floor, it just splashes up. Coats everything, and then again you're back to square one. So yeah, like you say, sod's law. It is rubbish when that happens, buddy. Indeed you do, buddy. Indeed you do. It's coming, mate. It's coming. Can't rush these things, but yeah, you'll know about it when you get it, because it is fantastic stuff. Fantastic stuff, as you're well aware. My car still looks amazingly clean from, I think it was last weekend I did it. Even the tyres with the Yum undress and dress, that's still looking bob on. So I can't fault the products that I'm using at the minute at all. I just thought with England being England, I thought, do you know what, I need to dabble on the inside of a car where the outside it's just hard to manage at the minute with the weather being so unpredictable, as you're well aware where you are. So I thought I'd have a crack on the inside of doing inside of cars, really. So I've been on about a wet vac for ages to the wife, and I needed one because, like I say, I left my back windows open and my car decided it was going to fill with water. One day it did actually rain unplanned. So what better time to do that than to get rid of all the white marks off the back seats from the water. And there you go, start another venture. I've already had positive feedback from the video of me doing the back of my car, saying that they want to see more extraction videos. So I'm all for that. I just need to find some really grubby cars and get them up there. So people are loving it, buddy. Just got to do more of it. So if you are just joining us, please let us know who you are, where you're from. As you can see, floating along the bottom of the screen, it's me live answering your questions about your cars. And yeah, this is what I do. I am a Volkswagen technician in the UK. So that pretty much goes hand in hand with Seat, Skoda and Audi. So any burning questions you have, it doesn't even have to be about cars. You could be asking me about the YouTube channel itself, what the film is like, anything. You can fill your boots. Good evening, Alex. Hope you're all right, buddy. Just let us know where you're from, matey. And yeah, it's pretty much back and forth like that for the session. It's a weekly thing. I have moved it from Facebook recently to here. So yeah. So that is me chatting away to you, hopefully helping you, giving you nuggets of advice that you can use. And yeah, if you're a DIY techie, happy days. It's just a bit of that, bit of a friendly chat with someone you've never met from possibly all the way around the world. So good evening. And you're from London, so cool. So your brother's got a Passat Blue Motion. Cool. 160 diesel. What's the best diagnostic software and cable? Well, it's VCDS.com. If you can get the genuine Rostec cable, happy days. It's not cheap at all. But again, if you want quality, you gotta spend a little bit. I mean, you can get the cheap eBay readers, but 9 times out of 10, they might give you a fault code, but it's probably not even the right one. So I'm going to go with, obviously, genuine is Odis. That's genuine dealer level software, so that's pretty hard to get hold of unless you are an authorized repairer. But Vacom/VCDS Lite, it depending on what you need to do. But yeah, them you can get the Elm cables off eBay and Amazon and bits and bobs like that. But again, that's trying it at your own risk. Them cables, some of them work, some of them don't. It's a bit of a trial and error on that. So yeah, hopefully that's helped, buddy. Is there anything in particular with the Passat that he's struggling with, or you're struggling with, or there's nobody? Can always try and point you in the right direction, or maybe I've seen it before, because I do work in a dealership just a little bit north from yourself, up in the Midlands, in the East Midlands. So I tend to see quite a few Passats on a daily basis. So yeah, let us know if you need any help, buddy. I'm all for it. Mike Barrington, he uses OBD11, which looks through all the modules, and you can do some light coding. So perfect. Again, we like the recommendations. Again, I'm only going to go based on what I use. I've never used OBD11, but Mike is the channel's technical producer. So what he says is absolutely gold. Like he says, he's paid 100 quid for it, and it does the modules that you need, and does some light coding work as well. So I think it's dash sweeps and bits and bobs like that. It's only small stuff, but again, it could help you do what you need to do. So the AC is not working, the switch works, but no fans come on, compressor doesn't engage. All right, 2 things. Has it got gas in it? Has it got enough gas in it? Also, can you see down on the compressor, depending on what age your Passat is, can you see the compressor? Can you see anything visually wrong with the compressor? If it is of a certain age, you can normally see there's a T30 Torx right on the end of the compressor pulley. If you look right down at it, if that's hanging out, that's it. Your aircon compressor is toast and does require replacement. Unfortunately, it's not cheap, but you might be able to get one from a breakers second hand. I mean, if it's working, happy days, cool. It's going to get you out of a bit of a pickle, particularly if the weather's going to perk up. You're going to need that aircon massively. So, yeah, two things to check, buddy. Gas level is quite hard if you've not got an aircon machine, because obviously legal reasons, letting gas out into the air is not, it's frowned upon. But yeah, if you can check that, ace, and also if you can check your pumps there, your clutch might not be engaging. Yeah, there you go. It's gassed. It looks like the silver screw in the middle of the pulley's hanging out. That is a massive problem with the generation of Passat that I'm presuming you've got. Roughly about 2010 to 2012, sort of that era, maybe a little bit earlier. Yeah, once that T30 is hanging out, buddy, the compressor's toast. You can't even screw it back in. As much as you want, you can't screw it back in. It is gone. It's dead. You might have someone might be able to recondition it, but again, that's pretty much game over, mate. So look, 2010 can't. Again, this is my experience, and yeah, anything like that, I can pretty much sort of steer you to. So yeah, I'm quite handy with Volkswagens, as you know. I work for Volkswagen. I've worked for Skoda for a long, long time as well, so it's all similar stuff. But yeah, buddy, sorry, it's not good news, but at least it's news, and it's concrete evidence from a technician that yeah, the pulley is knackered. At least, if you can get a second-hand aircon compressor that works, cool. If not, someone might be able to refurb it for you. Obviously, at cost. And if there's no one around to do that, then unfortunately, buddy, it's a new compressor. Yes, Andy, nice to see you here, buddy. You have made it, and 25 subs to go. Yeah, absolutely, it's been incredible. Still very, very humbled. Again, yeah, the numbers are fantastic, but it's all for the consumer. So everything I do is for the consumer. I'm not going to chase numbers. Yeah, like I say, yeah, it's brilliant. I'm not going to chase numbers. I just want to put out good content that's helpful. So hopefully, to Alex, it's been messaging me as well on here. As you can see, the comment I've just put up on the screen, Alex is hopefully gained some bit of experience, if you like. And unfortunately, he's seen repair kits. Not sure they're what I need. Again, it's an expensive risk if you want to do that. I'm not gonna say it's a great idea, because again, I will only give the advice that I know is solid and it's gonna help you. And I don't want to cost you money. Don't want to waste your time. So again, I've only ever replaced the compressor for this issue because, like you say, you've seen loads of kits. They do nothing other than just waste your money, and they might last 10 minutes, they might not. And with an aircon system, you really want it working properly all the time. You don't want to think every time you turn it on, is the pulley going to fall off? Is it going to just stop working? And it's quite risky stuff as well. So, sorry, buddy. I wish it could be better news, but it's news. It's an avenue to go down. So, thank you for your comments. Thank you for joining in, buddy. Anything else, please let me know. As always. Just as a little side note, his brother thinks it's a pressure switch, but he thought differently. I am glad you asked as well, buddy. Again, you could fire up the parts kind of massively. You could replace bits after bits after bits and still be just going around in circles. Without having that knowledge or that experience, or just someone to bounce ideas off, it can be very difficult. So I'm glad you've come on to the live tonight. I'm glad you've messaged me, and I'm glad I've been able to help you and point you in the right direction. Again, every week I'm here, 7 o'clock Sunday, just in between the football at the minute while the Euros is on. And this is what I do. So thank you again. Brian, good evening. I do. And if you have a look on the channel, there's a video of the ACT timing. For those that aren't sure what ACT is, it's active cylinder technology. So yeah, if you need the help on the timing, the video's there. But yeah, fire away. What's your question? Setting the alarms. I'm not going to say it because I could set loads of people's lights going and alarms going and wake a lot of kids up. So yeah, I'm not getting involved in that name again. But I like it. I like it. Mike's just mentioned our Twitter. Again, if you're more on Twitter than you are Instagram or Facebook, then our Twitter is down there. If you ever want to tweet, you will get hold of Mike or me. Just tweet at Tech Automotive 1, and yeah, you'll get hold of us. Again, if you want to message on Facebook, on YouTube, just comment on any of the videos. I'm more than happy to help you. And again, Mike's there as well. He's the technical side of things, and some of his information, again, is invaluable. So it's great to have Mike with me on this little journey. Good evening, Alex. Hello, buddy. Another Alex. So back to this, Alex. Yes. That's my plan. I don't want you spending money you don't need to spend. Again, with the economic climate that it is, money is best off in our pockets rather than someone else, and you've still got the same problem. So yeah, unless you have a fault with a wiring to the pressure sensor, or literally you can see the switch hanging out, definitely correct that pulley, and you'll love it. You'll love it. Hopefully you've got ice cold aircon again. I'm not going to advise doing it yourself. So unless you're an aircon tech, I mean, I've got my aircon F-gas qualification. That is for the UK, so I can do this all day long at our dealership. And again, I see a lot of people like your good self with similar problems. And again, you're paying for a diagnostic technician's time. And again, time is money to yourself. So if I've got the answer, you ain't got to pay me an hour's diag. I mean, a lot of people don't want to pay an hour's diag because it's effectively money that could be used elsewhere. So if I've got the knowledge, I just do it straight away. I know what it is. There's your hour's diag done. Bosh. There you go. You got your answer. You know your price. That's the idea. In, out, done, quick. There you go, Brian. Nice one. Yeah, have a watch of it, buddy. The ACT is effectively almost the same as just the normal 1.4 petrol TSI, the new style one. You still do need to use the laptop and the relevant software to time them up. The only difference with the ACT is they've got tighter specs, tighter tolerances, so they have to be a little bit more accurate. But again, if you watch both the videos, you'll see the ACT one, and you'll also see one where I've had the car come in that's been timed up somewhere else without the correct tools, and it's gone horribly wrong. So that's a good one as well, because you can see it go wrong quite massively, and it doesn't have to be miles out to make a huge running difference. So again, have a watch. Mike's he's humble, he's modest. He's saying he's not he's more of a computer tech than automotive, but he does get handy with the spanners. And one of the videos on there of stoning the brakes on his Octavia, that is Mike himself doing that. It's just me talking over the top of him. So he's very humble, but yeah, he can use spanners. So for me, that's A1. That's clap. Yes, Cosmin, I'm here. Favorite VAG technician. Now that does make me smile. Again, I love it. How are we doing, pal? Hopefully you're all right, matey. I do appreciate these comments massively. And again, I do appreciate the messages throughout the week as well. It doesn't have to be saved up for the live session. Just showing me bits and bobs that you guys are doing out and about, whether it's your actual job, you're having a bash at your own car, whatever. I love seeing this stuff. So please feel free to send it either on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anything. Send it along, because like I say, I love seeing you have a go. And if I can help and have an input and get you out of a little bit of a sticky situation, I'm going to do that. And that's what it's all about. Alex, your issue was the condenser, which was leaking. Again, I've done a video on the channel of the typical Volkswagen condenser. I mean, unfortunately, you can only do so much with where it's sat on the car right at the front. It has to be to work. But there is a video of us checking an air conditioning condenser, and you can see, because we use soapy water and oxygen-free nitrogen to charge the system, again, you'll see the bubbles coming out of it, and unfortunately it is just 1 or 2 stones that can get through them big grills. That causes your issue. That's the problem, and you can only protect it so much because it needs exposing to that air, otherwise it won't work. So unfortunately, yeah, and it's not a cheap do either to have your air condenser changed, because it's your front end off, condenser on, new gas in. It's a bit of a faff. I mean, for effectively a stone now, if you do live in the UK, they like putting stones all over the road, then yeah, it's that and windscreens. It's just awful. I see so many of them. And I'm not just a technician, I'm an MOT tester in the UK as well, and the cracked screens are unreal. I mean, people are having cracked screens just driving to us on the day of their MOT, which is massively unfortunate. So, yeah, I feel your pain, buddy. That's it. Yeah, exactly that. If you can get the aircon gas recovered by an aircon tech or someone that's got the qualifications, then mint, happy days. You do the labour part, which is going to save you some money, and then he can just charge it up after. Check for leaks. Beautiful. Love it. So, yeah, there you go. There's your solution, matey. I'm all for it. Please let us know when it's done. I love a success story at the end of it. So, yeah, let us know. You'll see my missus behind. She's run off now. Oh, she ran off. Brian, found the bad engine timing video. Going to watch it now. Yeah, man. I mean, we don't often get massive fails, but when we do, I love putting them on here. And that's not just because I want to take the mick out of someone for having a bad day or not having the right tools. That's not it at all. It's just I want to emphasise the fact that dealerships have the correct tools. Yeah, it's a bit more. It's going to cost a little bit more money. But again, you've got that guarantee. You've got the warranty that comes with the repair that's carried out. And you also know it's been done by the right technician, factory trained or not, with the right tools. And it's invaluable. It's a great bit of kit. And again, if you watch the videos, man, you'll see it. It's a really good watch. It's a really good watch. Cosmin, if you ever get rich, you'll tune an Arteon up. If not, we'll still with the A4 B7. Now, the Arteons are very, very nice looking cars and also amazing to drive. So, yeah, if you ever do get a chance, even just to drive one, go for it, man, because they are great. I do like the Arteon. Weirdly enough, not many people buy them, which is odd for me. It is a really nice looking car. So, Andy, I do like your comments, buddy. I really do like your comments. Some folk gauge reliable cars looking at what taxi drivers use. Like to look at staff parking at main dealers, see if they're drinking Kool-Aid or not, Vauxhall dealers locally or VAG. If you were to look at our staff car park, I can go through a few now. I've got an Octavia. There's a Fabia. There's a Golf. There's a Scirocco. What else we got? There's a Tiguan. What else? Oh, there's an Ibiza. And that's just some of the cars I can name off the top of my head that are in our Volkswagen car park as staff cars. So again, yeah, great bit of advice. Ever want to know what a reliable car is, either talk to a technician or group of technicians, or drive past and see their staff car park. See their staff car park full of Volkswagens and they work for Vauxhall. There you go, says it all. So yeah, great bit of advice there, buddy. Alex, Mark II Octavia, it was from the plastic cap on the left top, but I've changed the seals and valve cores. It is a front end off. Yeah, every time, mate. It's because it's sandwiched between the radiator and the fan housing and all that, but it's just easier to whip that front end off. They're not hard to take off either. The front ends on these cars are so easy. As long as you've got a T25 Torx and a bit of patience, yeah, you're good. You're good. Mike has asked, what is my mug of the day? Well, see, as it's in the UK, it's Father's Day. I've had to go with Super Dad. So, Superhero Dad, gotta be Father's Day. So, happy Father's Day to you guys out there. Again, thank you very much for joining me on Father's Day, and it is between the Euros as well. So, I am honoured to have you guys here, and the questions are fantastic. So, that's my little input for you today. Thank you so much for being here today. So, let's chuck a few more in. Alex, you'll be back here to let me know. I'll have a compressor price. Ace, yes, please. Yes, please. And if you can't get me on the live, which is every Sunday, 7 o'clock, chuck it on Facebook. It's the same name. If you search Tech Automotive on anything, you'll get us. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, you'll get us on them all, buddy. So, yes, please. I love a success story. Cosmin, waiting for me to grow big so you can win an Arteon. Absolutely. Yeah, man. If I can do the giveaways in the near future, yeah, cool. That's cool. If you guys want giveaways, I can do your giveaways. We've got merch here. I'm not selling it. It's merch. It's cool. I made them myself. with the help of a few other people doing the stickers and that. But yeah, and again, whatever it is, t-shirt, local companies printing off these little things. There's one-offs. All that you see behind me are one-offs, so there's nothing there. But if you guys want giveaways and things like that, if there's enough interest, eventually, yeah, not a problem. Not a problem at all. I'm all for a difference in opinion. Don't like VW. It's a cheap, low quality car. Fair enough. Just point out that I don't drive a Volkswagen. So again, your opinion is more than welcome. If you could give us what car you drive or what car you prefer, happy days. I'm more than welcome to talk about that. I mean, I drive a Skoda, which everyone says is a Volkswagen. It's not. It's Czech Republic. Volkswagen being German, Skoda being Czech Republic. So all different styling, all different tuning. Seats are pretty much run by the same company. Different interior. Again with Audi, different interior. So yeah, let us know what you drive, buddy. I'm all for it. So Mike's got a few Arteons floating around Cardiff. Cool. I only see the ones that I either work on or the couple of the company demos. So we get to have a little play with them. But yeah, I don't really see them driving around. They're very good for fleet customers as they're huge cars, diesel engines, great on fuel. Tax is what it is. Unfortunately, we can't change that. But yeah, I see them as fleet cars all day long. 2 hours tops, yeah, take the front end off the car and back on. Yeah, man. The Mark, let me get this right, the Mark 7 Golf is a Mark 4, no, sorry, a Mark 3 Octavia sort of chassis. They're great to do aircon condensers off because it's literally bumper off, which is 10 minutes. There's 2 clips that you can slide the condenser out on, undo the pipes, off she comes. So the Mark 7 Golf is ace for stuff like that. Mark's just chipping in there. Tech Automotive 90, that's the Facebook page. 90 is the year I've born. That's the only link there. I don't think I could have one. There was some Tech Automotive one I couldn't have for some reason. But like he says here, the rest are Tech Automotive or Tech Automotive 1, which is cool. So yeah, if you ever want to get hold of us, just Google that if you don't know where I am. But yeah, the links can be put as banners for the next week. That's not a problem. So yeah, I'm all for it. You drive only BMW cars, okay? So that's cool. That's cool. What is better on a BMW than it is for a Volkswagen? I'm all for learning, buddy. I don't see many Volkswagens. BMWs. I mean, I've worked on a couple. They're not for me. I very much like the Volkswagen brand, whether it be Skoda, Seat, Audi. So yeah, what's your favourite part of your BMW? Why is it your go-to choice of car? Cosmin's chucked in a little nugget on that. Any VW is better than a 64 plate 316D. So Cosmin's got a 316D, lives in London. So as you can imagine, it's an absolute nightmare driving a diesel around London. Alex, there's Alex's comment down the bottom. Take what you want from that. He doesn't like the Passat his brother has. Owns a Volvo V70. Again, although I'm a Volkswagen technician, I am all for diversity. And not a problem at all. I like the look of the Volvos. They're fantastic cars. BMWs, they look all right. It's just not my personal choice. Again, that's just personal choice. You like BMWs, ace. If you like Volvos, cool. If you like Fiat, no problem. I'll talk to you about anything. It's a car-related thing. It's just I work for Volkswagen. So that's my advice. It comes from there. But again, the car is a car. The principles are similar. So yeah, any car, cool. From 90, good vibes. Excellent. So you're 30. I'm going to say 30 because I'm 30. So bang on 1990. So yeah, good vibes indeed, buddy. The era of the good music, dance, all that jazz. So that is my favourite. So yeah, good vibes, buddy. Good vibes indeed. Andy's chucked in a little nugget. BMW is hard to beat for quality and feel. Have their small technical issues, like all though. Hashtag chocolate timing chains. He knows. He's obviously heard plenty about the timing chains. They are horrendous, and they're not that easy to change either. Gearbox outside, back of the engine off. So yeah, he's heard about them. Again, I'm not discriminating against any car brand at all. I think they're all great. in their own way. All cars have niggles. Volkswagen have niggles. BMW, Volvo, they've all got their own problems. So cool. If that's what you're happy with, epic. I'll talk to you all day long about cars, whatever it is. I like learning, to be fair, off you guys out there, as well as my knowledge. So I'll take it on board as well as give the knowledge out. So epic. Alex is 94, so not far off. Not far off at all. You're still in your 20s. I am jealous. Definitely jealous. Cosmin. So Cosmin's obviously 94 as well, with it being a good year. So you're all still in your 20s. So I am very jealous of you guys out there. So Alex, rear-wheel drive straight six, can't beat it. Yeah, I like him. I like him. I like driving him. It's just, yeah, I'm all for it. Fiat, it's a proper box. Fix it again tomorrow. Yeah, you can say the same about Ford as well. It stands for found on roadside dead or fix or repair daily. Some of the Fords that are coming out now look quite tasty though. I do like that Mustang. I've seen the four-wheel drive Mustang. That looks awful. But yeah, just the normal Mustang, they're quite nice to drive as well. And I'm not usually a Ford fan, to be fair, but I work with a couple of lads that love the Fords, and it's got to be the old school Fords more than anything. I mean, I do like the new shape Mustang, but the old school Fords really are just a fantastic car. Yeah, they are. You do have to sweep them up on an MOT because most of it falls in your hair or on your shoulders. But again, look good. They do look good, and some of them out there are well looked after. So hats off to people out there that have got the Cosworths and all that in mint condition, because they are, like I say, they are brilliant. Andy, here, what's the crack with the ID3? You all gone courses for them in the workshop or any of the chosen ones? Will it be its own apprenticeship? Working EV only anytime? Nah. So the ID3, you will usually find the Diag techs go on the ID3 courses first, so the fully electric courses first. I'm a high voltage technician myself. There's two other lads in the workshop as well that are high voltage. And then once the Diag technicians have got through it, then the service technicians will go on them. So everyone will get a shot at going on the courses to deal with the cars they're working on. Obviously, they're going to get sold. They're going to maybe have issues, maybe have recalls to do on them, bits and bobs like that. So they are going to have to come back into the dealership, and we need to be ready for that. So yeah, it does go Diag tech to service tech, but we all do get a crack at the whip for that. So yeah, all get courses, all down at the training centre for Volkswagen Group in Milton Keynes. So it's in Wimbush. Fantastic facility, and glad that I've been there loads of times. So yeah, it is a good place to go. Will it be its own apprenticeship working electronic? Nah. Yeah, I think everyone will be an all-rounder, if you like. So all the service techs and that will go on their high voltage courses. Will go on the ID3 specific courses and the ID4 that's out now. And it will be an all-round thing. So yeah, they wouldn't do just an EV apprenticeship, although it sounds like a good idea. Maybe for the future, maybe quite far down the line. But at the minute, it's just an all-round sort of thing. On the back of that, I did have my new apprentice start Monday just gone. He's a young lad, fresh out of school, and it's weird to say that not many apprentices that I've ever dealt with in the past have had the drive and the ambition that this lad's got, which is it's refreshing. It's really refreshing to know. And he's asking lots of questions. He's willing to do the crap part of the job with the good part of the job, which is fantastic. And for such a young lad, he's got his head screwed on. So I'm really chuffed with him. And I'm going to mould him into a little mini me. He is. I am his mentor. But yeah, he will be my little mini me. So everything I tell you guys on here, I'm going to tell him. So he's going to have the knowledge for whatever he faces in the future. Engine out on the M57 engine. So yeah, the BMWs can be a bit of a nightmare when it comes to chain. No, not the EcoBoom engine. No. The 1 litre EcoBoost engine. Every man and a dog has heard about that engine. It's made out of toffee, chocolates, and marshmallows. It's not best at all. It's a very weak engine from Ford, so they need to have a look into getting rid for good that engine. It is indeed, buddy, the 5 litre engine. Fantastic to drive. Mike's feeling old at 35, driving his 50 while driving Had a colleague mock me for driving my Octavia while it's 50. So someone in a 52 plate Mark 1 Focus was mocking Mike for his Octavia. He's got a Mark 2 Octavia 1.6 diesel. So let him mock away, buddy. But again, he'll be the one in the lay-by waiting for the A8 or RAC while you're happily driving around on your 35mm lowering springs in your epically clean car. So who's got the last laugh? What's your opinion on upgrading the pump to a CP3? Is it really worth it? Is it a massive difference? Oh, wow. CP3. Fill me in a little bit, buddy. That sounds like a bit of a right aftermarket upgrade, to be fair. Talk me through what you mean, and we'll see what we can get out of that. The way you're referring to those that have done the course, the guy over there, he's high voltage, lol. Sounds like same person. He's not. Well, yeah, pretty much. We're all going to do the high voltage course. Basically, it gives you a license to walk around with a long plastic pokey stick, and if anyone starts to shake while touching a bright orange cable, you give them a little jab to get them off it. That's your qualification right there. But it does come with your first aid training and that, which is again invaluable in life, any situation. So yeah, it does sound weird. Alex, say the younger ones that don't give a toss. So yeah, he's 16, man. He's fresh out of school, and I'm like I say, I'm really, really refreshed to deal with him daily. He'll do absolutely anything you ask him to do, whether it's change a tyre. I mean, he changed tyres in his first week. He's never touched a tyre in his life. Yeah, I was stood over him. That's just in case he needed help or looked like he was about to take a big chunk out of it, but not at all, mate. He's sound. He's sound. I've got really good high hopes and a good feeling about the kid. So I'm going to instill every bit of knowledge I have into him. So not only can he pass his exams down at Milton Keynes, he can impress and get to the top of his game as quick as he can, which is my ideal scenario for him. Andy, the 1 litre EcoBoost, pump teeth in. The 1 litre EcoBoost launched boasting 250,000 RPM turbo. Well, again, if you're going to push a little engine and a little turbo that far, that's what's coming. If your head gasket's not going bang, your turbo's going to swallow itself. So, yeah, not so good. Not so good. Brian, what is the software called you use to time the belt on the ACT engine? Does it come in a total package including tools and software? You can only buy that tool if you're an authorized repairer. You can't buy that tool aftermarket at the moment. At the moment, you can't buy it aftermarket. So unfortunately, you have to have authorized repairer status to gain access to that tool, which is why I showed you guys on the video, just so you can see what it is. But yeah, unfortunately, it's an authorized repairer only. You can't buy it on the market yet. That's not to say that someone's not going to create it, because they're going to. You can also buy the solid metal bars to time them up, but if you've watched the video, they're no good. They're all right for holding the cams if you're going to replace the cams or to get them somewhere near, but you do always have to use that tool to get the timing perfect. So, unfortunately, I mean, you can change the high pressure pump, Alex, by all means, but why? Have you changed everything else to go with it? Bigger injectors, bigger inlet, bigger. Are you just changing the high pressure pump? Even that, buddy, you're not going to have the map to deal with it either. So it's a bit of a conundrum just to replace a pump, unless you have got the hardware and the software already done to the car. Cosmin, common rail engine, they come with a shit fuel pump, so the guy started upgrading to CP3 fuel pump. That seems to be a go-to for everyone to avoid breaking the CR engine because of metal chips. I'll be honest, in the 15 years I've been doing this, I've had 2, maybe 3 incidences of the metal filings in the fuel system, and a lot of that is down to poor maintenance or putting terrible fuel in, bits and bobs like that. I'm not saying that's not a fault with the fuel pump, but I've not really had many people changing the fuel pump for an upgraded one because of metal filings. It's not something I've come across. Maybe it's a thing. I'll have to do my own work on that a little bit. But if you know any more about that, buddy, I'm well open to learning about that. Yeah, feel free to chuck all the info you've got at me, buddy. Still on the Superhero Dad Cup. It's great. So, you guys out there, are you watching the football tonight? 8 o'clock kickoff, I think. It is England playing on Tuesday. You might not all like football. Just pointing out, it's England on Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Just while I've got a quick interlude on the questions, I just want to fill you in really on what I've been doing on the channel this weekend. Now, you may have seen 2 videos pop up. I invested in a new tool. It's the Bizzle Spot Clean Pro. So it's a little vacuum, a very small wet vac for your interior, not just in your car, but in your house as well. Yeah, I did 2 videos. So I did an unboxing just to show you guys what it's all about. And then I showed a video of me actually using it. Now, again, if you look on the videos, awesome video. I've had a lot of feedback from that saying that they want more. So if you guys could have a watch, that'd be ace. Chuck us a thumbs up on there if you like it. Leave your comments. I'm all for comments, no problem at all. But if you do want to see more extraction, because some of it's pretty filthy, then please do. I mean, that's fantastic. Mike, what did your kids treat you today? I'll tell you what, I've got it here. I've ate most of the chocolate. I think this is brilliant. So if you guys can see that. Created by my wife and my children. Let's get it on the camera a bit. There we go. So we've got chocolate bars for words, which is brilliant. So that is fantastic. And I also got a gym vest, which is somewhere. I don't even know where I put that. It's on the car seat. Where's that?
The one the car seat was on the chest freezer.
That's not doesn't it? I have got it down here. So, any of you guys that personally know me will know that I go to the gym quite often. So my wife and kids treat me to a vest. Now, you guys probably wouldn't never see me in a vest. No, you probably wouldn't. But yeah, that'll be me with nipples actually everywhere while doing the gym tomorrow night. So yeah, that is what my kids and my wife sorted out for me, which I love them to bits. Bless them. Any of you guys out there you want to tell me about for Father's Day? Anything quirky, anything cool, any crazy cups like this? Awesome. Alex, you don't watch football, but good luck to the people who do. Yeah, again, it's not for everyone. It's like cars. If you watch it, you don't. I don't watch football personally on a normal day, but I do tend to watch the tournaments. Purely based on, I just like seeing what's going on and what everyone's talking about at work, because they all watch football, but I'm not really into it. And yeah, the chocolate board's mint. I think it was the wife's idea and the girls just got involved. But yeah, I've ate the chocolate, but that will go up on the wall. I'll glue all the packets back together so it looks like I've not eaten them. But yeah, it's quality, mate. It really is. It really is something else. So yeah, massive. I'm so grateful for him doing it. It cheered me up this morning. Alex, another question while you're here. What's the DPF like for giving problems on the Passat? Yeah, DPFs are a different ball game, really. The DPF itself doesn't really give problems. Now, you might have a sensor go down, 1 or 2 sensors go down, but the DPFs aren't usually too terrible. As long as they're allowed to do the regenerations when they need to, they're not stressed, they don't get crap fuel, your servicing's all right. You don't tend to get too many problems. Like I say, it's normally the sensors around them that fall over that cause the issues. So not too many problems with them, buddy. But again, sensors. Replaced quite a few DPF pressure sensors. So yeah, I mean, I'm all for helping. I love doing this on a Sunday night. It's just an hour for me to chill out with you guys out there. Talk cars, which again is what I like doing, and then chucking a couple of personal things like what I do with a YouTube channel, bit of football, bit of banter with you guys, which is ace. Chucking the fact that people like BMWs, I don't mind that at all. I love it. I love any comment that's an opinion, diversity, anything like that. It's cool. Love it. And I get to show off my weekly cup. Now, if any of you guys know any cup makers out there, I am in the market for new cups. So pass them me details. And I'm all for showing off. If any of you guys have got your own business or anything like that, if you want me to show off your cups and stuff like that in some of the videos that I do, and obviously on the live sessions, not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. I like helping. So, little interlude on the questions again, just to thank you guys massively for coming tonight to join in the banter, join in the YouTube group. I want to make it as big as I possibly can, and through you guys, that's possible. So if you could share, let people know. Sunday, 7 o'clock, every Sunday, that's British time. Then, yeah, make it big. Make it big. I can help or try and help absolutely anyone. So it's an hour with a technician on a Sunday night. It's a bargain. It's a bargain. And it's better when football's not on. You get more people joining in. They are currently watching football. If the weather's really good, they'll be outside as well. But again, it's an hour free with a dealer technician every Sunday. Invaluable. It's great. Football aside, which team do you support when it comes to Chris? Salt and vinegar or cheese and onion? Well, Andy, that for me, that's an easy one. Cheese and onion. All day long, cheese and onion. I think the wife's salt and vinegar. But cheese and onion for me, without a shadow of a doubt. You cannot beat Walker's cheese and onion, Chris, or McCoy's. What about yourself, buddy? What are we saying? So, this is Mike's Father's Day morning. He got off my kids, the wife, full cup breakfast, some really nice steaks for lunch, trifle made solely by my 8-year-old, and then the usual socks in chocolate. So you got an extended Christmas morning, which is fantastic. It's great. Everyone needs socks, mate. Socks, pants, and a trifle. What a great day. What a great day. I unfortunately had a little bit of an incident with a set of boxers the other night when I was at the gym. I lifted a weight that was a bit heavy. Now I know where you think this is going, and it's not. It's not. I did not shit myself, which is good. No, I just lifted a weight that was too big, and ripped a great massive hole in them. And I think everyone heard the noise more than the embarrassment of me, but I rode with it. I carried on going. No problems at all. Not a mad fan of cheese and onion, Andy. Oh, no. Salt and vinegar just hurt your mouth after a while. You can't go through a full tube of salt and vinegar Pringles without having white lips and a painful tongue for the next 3 days. Cheese and onion, on the other hand, though, you can just smash them away like no problem. Shane, good evening, buddy. More of a car related. I like car related questions. Happy days. 2002 Volkswagen Cabrio. It just stalls for no reason. Diesel, petrol. Any work been done to it recently? Service history, is that all good? Is there any issues with the idling wrong, or does it rev really high? Can you hear any air leaks? Anything like that, buddy? Point us in the right direction. See what we can come up with. I won't put my finger in front of the camera. It's where all the comments are, so I kind of end up doing that. Going silence. Mike Barrington. Loves cheese and onion. Love salt and vinegar. Sometimes depends on the brand. That's a fair shout. And if any of you guys out there have had salt and vinegar discos, now if you chuck them into the mix, that's a different story altogether. Salt and vinegar discos are immense. Andy, just seeing your comment, mate. I'm super proud of you. That is my favourite Pringles flavour of all time. I could sit and smash a tube of prawn cocktail Pringles without thinking about it. So, right beside you there, buddy. I'm going to come and grab a couple off you now. Shane, you've got a petrol and it runs great. Nah, and it just randomly stalls. Any fault codes, any engine lights, anything like that, anything to point us in the right direction? Because that to me sounds like there's possibly an air leak. What petrol engine is it? Is it the 1.8 turbo, the 20 valve turbo? Wondering. Yes, Alex, the discos are amazing. They are a fantastic crisp. I think they do a prawn cocktail flavour as well. Again, discos are up there with beef flavoured Monster Munch. What a crisp. There's not enough in a packet. They're in. You have to get a grab bag from the petrol station just to get more than 10 crisps. Wow. Andy McAfee, salt and vinegar discos are all-time favourite. Bought a box of the big service station size packet. There you go, see? It is. It's petrol station size bags of crisps that are the future. They're no good having a little bag of crisps with 10 crisps in it because you're just about to get the flavour and they're gone and you're all disappointed. So yes, grab bag flavors, mate. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Mike, salt and vinegar Pringles alternating with each bite, a piece of dark chocolate. That is a random combination, chocolate and salt and vinegar crisp, but one that I've got to try because I've not done that one before. Doritos Stacks Flaming Chicken Wings. That's a new one. So I think I've tried the Stacks one, and I want that keen on them, to be fair. I think it was a flavour I had high hopes for, and it was really bad. But I'm all for trying new flavours of crisp, no problem at all. Yes, Alex, Monster Munch Flaming Hot. Them beef and the pickled onion Monster Munch on the whole, mate, that's just something else. And now, if you guys out there remember Space Raiders, they're up there with Monster Munch as well. I keep chucking out these bags of crisps and stuff like that because I do like my crisps massively. But yeah, Space Raiders, Monster Munch, Discos, and Pringles. Why not? Pringles. Great. And do you remember, back in the day, this is I'm talking back in the day, them little bags of crisps you can get for 10p from the shop. They had about 6 crisps in them, well, but they were the worst flavours in the world, like tomato flavour, but they were immense. Yeah, I used to get them for 10 15p a bag, but my God, the flavours were awful. I think it was a burger flavoured one as well. Just takes me back to my childhood, that does, is ace. Mark Barrington chucked in a cheeky one there, Frazzles. All-time good crisp. Yeah, can't go wrong with Frazzles. Again, though, 10 crisps in a bag, man, and they're like 3 or 4 quid for a variety pack size. So, yeah, 10 crisps in a bag, man. It's just not... You need more, and then you can get the ones from, like, Tesco's and Asda's. It's like a quid, and you get a massive bag, and your mouth is literally in pain after you've eaten them, but you still carry on anyway. It's a winner. Absolute winner. So, guys, we are coming up to the end. Yeah, bacon rashes as well. Yeah, we could go on all night like this, it says. Smith's salt and vinegar chipsticks. I'm going to chuck my last one out there. My last favourite crisp is the salt flavoured crisp. So you get the little salt packet in there. What are they? Are they Smith's? Might be Smith's. So shaken something. That's it. Mike's got it. Look, salt shake with a salt packet. They don't do them anymore. It's upsetting. But yeah, Smith Salt and Shake. That's it. Smith's crisps. I think they're Walkers now, aren't they, or something? Probably. Yeah. Oh, I could talk about crisps all night, guys. But unfortunately, we are coming to that time again on a Sunday night where it's time to say bye. But all is not lost. Again, I do answer questions throughout the week, and if you want to save them all up for the Sunday Night Live, 7 o'clock every Sunday, you'll get me. Nice, happy, smiley Bob. Yeah, save them all up for me. If not, grab me in the middle of the week. Please let me know what videos you want to see on the YouTube channel. Have a watch and a thumbs up on the videos that are on there. It's going to help me get further, reach more people. And just a quick one to let you know that one of the videos is about to turn 1 million views. So keep your eye on that, 1 million views. So, and Mike says, if you get on Twitter, you'll get Mike. Happy days. So thank you all very much for coming again. It's been a great session. I will see you again next week. Take care. Stay safe. Ta-da.